Yeah, I'm back home. Gonna try. Just been watching a bit and managing. But yeah, gonna try to sleep a bit earlier today. A few hours earlier than the last couple of days. It's been rough. Been really rough. Too rough, quite rough. And just, yeah. I mean, it's been just, I don't know, day after day, time after time, moment after moment, seconds, hours, minutes, seconds, just, I don't even know what I'm saying, but all the time, every moment. You've got to get through it. It's so tiring. So tiring. And like I've managed today, and I just really hope and pray that today I get to sleep coming really soon, because I really do hope that yesterday I didn't have my medicine, today I've got it now, so I really hope that I'm gonna fall asleep soon, really soon. I don't want it to go into the next hour or two, or then it's gonna get really tough. And I already know today's been a bit rough, headaches and everything. Not that I didn't get my good amount of hours, and it was too late as well, so everything's been kind of messed up today. And just, yeah, I've done really well, because I know my frustrations and my anger coming out through that, and pain and everything, and it just gets so overwhelming that I'm not able to manage it or handle it usually too well. And yeah, I've done exceptionally well, to be honest. Hard to really feel that praise. I don't know, maybe exceptional feels a bit too much. But yeah, it's been a long, tough journey, but journey through this day. This whole day feels like a journey. But yeah, I've been out with cousins and everything, and I played a couple games and all, and it's been decent. Not too bad. And just, yeah, this and that, watching, playing games and this and that. Just kind of, yeah, doing whatever it takes kind of thing to cope and manage. It's tiring, extremely tiring. But yeah, just got to be doing it and yeah, keeping things going. Of course, I've got to widen the circle of what I'm doing, so it's not repetitive, and repetition may seem good in terms of consistency, but you rather be consistent with more things than consistent with the same thing, especially when it's not too major, in the sense that if I'm just consistent at watching things to cope, I know I won't feel too good about that. But if I'm consistent doing a few different things, then I'll feel a little bit more at peace and little less tiring at the end of the day. And eventually I don't feel like, gosh, that's enough just watching and watching and watching. Because at times it does feel like that. Days like this especially, gosh, everything you do just feels like, oh, do I have to do this much? How much more do I have to do to manage? It's so annoying, really. You know, you get through everything, but you still, it's relief more than anything at times. It's like, oh gosh, I've gotten through this. Oh gosh, could anything else happen? And you know, it's always, even in a positive, you see some negative, it's like that. Mental health is, gosh, just wow. So tough. But yeah, it's complicated. I don't know how much I can say from what I'm thinking. I'm just saying what I think right now in this moment, but there's so much things going on in my mind. I mean, I can talk for minutes, days, hours, I don't know, however much long. I don't know if that made any sense, that sentence, but yeah. I do feel a little bit tired, but not too tired, but yeah, a little bit in a bit of a, not feeling particularly low, but a little bit low and just worried that I'm going to get into this deep thinking, and I am tired already, so it will affect me quite badly. And that uneasiness, that feeling just really creeping, and I can't let that take over me too much, at least, because it has taken over me. But as I know, I still can't face these things head on, this kind of trauma. So yeah, I have to do my best. It's going to be a tough night, but I've done well. Hopefully get the sleep that I really need and deserve. And just, yeah, it's tough, it's so tough. I had a couple of things in mind that I thought I could talk about, like, as I made this video, but I don't even remember, and I don't want to force it too much. If I feel it in the moment, I'll just say it, like all the things I'm saying now. Honestly, I don't even know what I said already in the video, if I'm being really, really honest. But I'm not gonna go, it's not like I go and edit all these and this and that. I'm just gonna say how it is and how I feel, especially in this moment. And just, yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna go too deep into it anyway. Like, of course I'm going deep into it, but what I feel in this moment, I'm saying, rather than what I felt maybe like 1 hour ago or something, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't want to talk about something else, right, as of now. At least in my videos that I'm making now, it's more of a spontaneous thing. I think I've used that correctly, but yeah, on the spot kind of thing. Just trying to keep it real on the emotions that are going through me right now, and the thoughts going through my mind, and just, yeah, things like that. It's difficult, really. In all honesty, I'm not ready, of course, as I said, to face it head on, so I'm not quite there yet to go in depth about what I've gone through. But it is some kind of trauma, it is some kind of big pain, and just quite a lot has happened, and it's really hard to put the pieces together to talk about this and that, and it just gets me really confused and tired, and you know what, like, I can't. Scary. It's really scary, honestly, talking about it, thinking about it too much. Like the fact that I might have to do that with my psychologist, that should get booked for next week. Do need to ask them on call, actually, though, with the home treatment team, stuff like that. It's quite scary. In some sense, I've wanted to face it head on. I do need the help to do it. Can't really do it on my own, like, let myself through those kind of moments. Like, on a real, I can't sit for like a few minutes doing nothing. I really can't. It's so painful, so tough, especially on my own. But yeah, I have to be watching something or doing something, like playing games, like being around people, or just something on my phone or something, you know. I really can't. And it is a deep, heavy reliance, but it's sometimes you've got to do what you got to do, or you gotta do what you gotta do in that way at certain points of your life, because yeah, sometimes you just need to go some way or another, and as long as it's not too unhealthy, it's okay at times, and you figure it out. But of course, sooner rather than later, I have to face it. Can't keep hiding from it, but I am facing it in some sense, because I'm still, you know, like, there's always points when I'm gonna, you know, think about all these events that's happened to me and stuff like that, and like, I haven't completely broken from it. Oh yeah, I haven't completely broken from it. I think that makes sense, because at times it gets really painful and just really hurts, you know, that uneasiness, that worry, that nervousness. So in a comment, like one of my first comments, well, my first comment from these videos, it's that, he kind of nailed it when he said, like, it's the fact that you don't know what's gonna happen next, and that confusion of, like, so much, what's the word? Like, the word is not coming to me, but yeah, when you just don't know what's gonna happen and you see so much bad that can just keep happening and so much kind of pain and, you know, lack of recovery, lack of direction, like, you know, just all those things. It feels like, is it going to pile on to you and overwhelm you to the point where maybe you never could recover, you know? And that's just scary. But as I say to all of you, and have to follow myself, like, you only know yourself the most, you know? No one else does, not anyone. You know the type of person you are and your intentions. And with that, I think surely you get something back, you know? There has to be some meaning in what goes around comes around. And if your intentions are nice, you should receive that nicely as well. And that's not by others, but it's like what you give to the world, you get back. And hopefully there's some meaning to that, you know? Because I don't know if there is. Because I do really, really feel like so many good people suffer way too much sometimes. And it's scary. Like, you know, I am quite religious, but recently it's been tough. It's tough to have that belief in God, in all honesty. But I do have it. Yeah, especially within my kind of religion and culture, it's really strong. And I'm quite strongly about it. But the real fact of the matter, cool words I wanted to use, just came in my mind, and I was like, okay, go for it. But yeah, the fact of the matter is that, you know, it's really worrying. Like, you wonder, like, you know, you're really kind to so many people. Yes, you make mistakes. Yes, sometimes you show your emotions too negatively because you're just suffering inside and not able to handle it so much that you feel like you really, really have to let it out, and that comes out in negative ways, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration, whether it's through screaming from those things. And, you know, it's just like that urge to be let out of this, you know, and you just don't know what to do. And it's like that breaking point you reach, and you know it's coming, but you can't stop it. That's where it has felt like, and it's gone to that point. That's why it's grew on me so much and almost completely taken over me, in all honesty. But I'm here. Like, I wouldn't have thought I would make these videos, and honestly, I don't know what exactly I'm gonna get out of it, to be honest, because I highly doubt all of this will just blow up. But I don't know. I just thought to myself, like, I need to let it out somewhere, and this is just a place where I can let it out. It's almost like talking to a mirror, but with the added satisfaction that at least maybe one or two will watch it, you know? And that's enough at some point. Like, that one comment I got is more than enough, to be honest. Of course, the mind and, you know, your wish sometimes goes ask for more. That's there, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I want many people to watch it, but there's a beginning, and the fact that just a few people see it, especially if they're going through this as well, or, you know, they might come to go through it at some point. They may never not, but always mental health it's always a thing. Even if you have good a good enough mental health, like, you know, there's always going to be points in your life where you're going to struggle. That's normal, and that happens to everyone. And so, you know, just being able to talk about it, it's a massive thing. And again, even that's not easy at all, because to really talk about it, it's tough. Like, you know, taking something so seriously as mental health, sometimes, you know, it's really sensitive, but also you feel like is it that important sometimes, you know? Because physical health, you can see it. You can see your pain, like, physically, in the sense like, oh, been hurt here, or oh, I'm going through some kind of illness, or, you know, something like that. God forbid. But yeah, like these things, because you can see it, it's real and it's important to take care of. But mental health, you know, maybe to others it may seem like it's something that's, I don't know, perceived, or like something that's perhaps it could be there, is it not there? Like, you know, only the person really going through it is able to see it visually inside their mind. Sorry, not really talking well, but yeah, I'm trying to put into words just how tough it is to measure mental health. Let's put it that way. The quantity of kind of pain you're going through, or the level of the battle that you're facing, you know. It's a battle that's hard to see from the outside. And again, I don't want to compare it with people going through physical illnesses, because, you know, that's a pain of their own, and I'm lucky enough not to have faced that yet. Although, sort of, time to time, some of the physical pains can be so overwhelming, and, you know, they're of course a big and important thing as well. So definitely not wanting to compare it, but just on mental health, it's like, it's hard to see. That's what I wanted to say in a shorter way. But yeah, it's been a good talk. I think I've hurt my own mouth just going on deeply, but it feels nice to just get whatever, maybe not everything, but some things out of my mind. Yep. So yeah, it'll be a long journey, and honestly, the amount of recovery, the time, it can seem so tiring, but yeah, as I've talked about earlier and mentioned, that light, you just keep wishing for that light, hoping for that light. That light will and should reach those that don't really deserve it, and those facing all this kind of mental health issues. The good that you've done in your life, and the good intentions that you have and had, and all of that will definitely make you stronger and let you work through this, move forward, and really, hopefully, from the bottom of my heart, really elevate you to a new position of strength, to some immense willpower and strength that you have in maybe years to come. It could take that long, but yeah, you'll see yourself a much stronger person, because it really takes a lot of guts to go through all of this and really manage. And again, something I really need to tell myself, similar to being proud, I always wanted others to feel proud of me, but I have to really believe and feel it myself. Big part of self-love. Gosh, do I need to start on that, self-love? But especially more than being proud, you know, of course you really feel weak and really tired, and you just feel incapable of managing anything, and you feel like everything's overwhelming and taking over you. But to be able to fight that, on the other hand, it's like a war, it's like a battle against yourself, against your own thoughts, against your own negative thoughts, against what you're thinking, what you don't even know is right or wrong. So much confusion, so much mess, and so much just nonsense, it feels like. But yet, if you're able to just get through the next moment, and another moment, and another moment, and keep going on and on and on, that's such a big fight that you're putting up. And that really means that, in fact, you're growing stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's so difficult to see it. I'm still struggling to see it. But the truth is, the more you sort of feel you're getting weaker, and in some sense you are, the more strength that you're gathering to fight this. And the more, it's like the harder you get hit, the harder you get back up, that kind of thing. And, you know, all these motivation, all these quotes and everything come about. But in some ways, they are true. They aren't just there for the vibes. But again, it's hard to see them. I'm saying this, but trust me, I'm a big hypocrite, as I mentioned. I see all this and I'm just like, when I'm not feeling too good, I'm just like, let's be honest. We keep getting hit, but are we really getting back up much stronger? It doesn't feel that way. It just feels like we're getting worse and worse and worse, and things just get so much worse. It really does feel like that. But again, once that light hits and things starting to brighten up, which I really, really believe it will for many of you, all of those that just live with good intentions, good deeds, and that you all have this. I really believe in that. I really want to believe in that myself, in fact. And so, yeah, just keep looking after yourself and push yourself and really take care of yourself and be the biggest support to yourself. That's very, very, very important. And I'm saying all of this as if I've gotten through and I've won the war, but I really haven't won the war. I'm fighting it constantly. And I'm saying it and I feel like I'm some kind of savior, but hell no, I don't. Sorry, but for saying that, but just know I really don't think I'm something like that, because gosh, I'm in it. I'm in that deep hole, and I don't know, I'm able to speak about it somehow, some way, but yeah, the moment I stop, the moment I think about it, it's a different level of pain. For some reason, speaking stops me from thinking in some ways. So the more I talk, the less I have to actually think about all the pain, past and trauma and this and that, you know. In some ways it's better. I guess that's why you should talk and open up about it. If you have to cry, just cry. If you have to talk and talk and talk, just talk. Talk to a wall, talk to those around you, talk to that one that might listen to you, that two that might listen to you, that few that might listen to you. Just find a way, look for help, really do, really please do. And yeah, let's work on this all together. Of course, at the end of the day, it's us, it's just me, it's just you. You have to really look after yourself, but remember this, help out there. And it may be quite the waiting game, but yeah, that light will come. Fake it to make it, you might have to believe it, but just please do. Please do. Please look after yourself. Love you all, and yeah, just thank you. Thank you for those that might listen to this, and yeah, if you come across this, just, yeah, please just don't be too hard on yourself, as I say again and again. And please give yourself a lot of credit for what you're doing. And please just show that bit more love to yourself, bit more care to yourself, and be proud. You're doing your best, far from, maybe it wasn't. You're doing your uttermost best. I don't know. You're doing your absolute best. Yeah, finally. So very much Proud of you. It's tough. It does take some talking about it as well, because you don't know if this is just false hopes, false beliefs, but again, just really have to fake it to make it sometimes. But that's alright. You get through in some way, somehow. And hopefully, you can live in a much more better, healthier way very, very soon. So please, everyone, show some love. Show some love to yourselves. And really, really, really look after yourself. Love you all.